Well, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Kevin with Hidden Heights Farm. We went from 88 degrees the other day to in the lower 40s right now this fine Saturday morning, and I have to get out here and get some chores done because the rain's coming, and it's supposed to rain like all day today and all weekend. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my feeding done before the rain starts coming. So this is the weekend that the baby turkeys are supposed to start hatching. Two of the first group of eggs was fertile, and that's all I got in there that might hatch. So they could be hatching any time. So we need to go ahead and get our brooder set up here in the shop. I went ahead and bought some new feeder and water and some more heat lamps, because it's always nice to have some extra heat lamps on hand, because you don't want your baby chicks freezing to death just because your heat lamp goes out. And like I said, it was 88 degrees a couple days ago, and now it's down in the lower 40s. The high today is like 44, and if one of those heat lamps was to go out, your baby chicks will die. So even though they're inside, they need to have that 90-degree warmth when they're first born. So let's go get that brooder, and we'll get it set up here in the shop. This is why people like Spanish goats for clearing brush. They'll almost try to climb trees to eat as high as they can. Alright guys, we got the brooder in here. Don't mind all the clutter in my shop. I haven't done my spring cleaning out here yet, but we got the brooder set up over here. I got electrical outlets over there. So basically I just want to talk to you guys. If you guys have never raised chicks, I'm sure a lot of you guys that farm and live on homesteads, all the stuff you need and such. But I know there's several of you out there that don't raise chickens or baby turkeys or whatever, and maybe you want to someday. And just some basic things that you need to have on hand, when you got hatching eggs ready. Most important thing, you need a heat lamp for sure. Make sure you get one with a guard on it, just in case it falls on the bedding or whatever you put down in the bottom of your brooder, so you don't cause no fires. Secondly, a little water. We like to go with these poly waters. They're little plastic waters. They're easy to keep sanitized, easy to clean. And same thing with the feeders. You can pick these up at your local farm and ag store, Tractor Supply if you got one. And another thing that you want to always have on hand, don't make this mistake, always keep at least 1 or 2 extra heat lamp bulbs. These are 250 watt bulbs. Baby chicks are so fragile. If the temperature drops below 90 degrees for very long when they're just a couple days old, they will die. So here we have some 20% chick starter I had left over from last year. I might pick up a bag of 24% if they have it in stock. And here is what we put in the bottom of our brooder, is these little pellets. They're little pine pellets, and they're super absorbent, so it keeps the stink and all that down. And if they spill water, it helps with that as well. So let's get some of this bedding in this brooder, and we'll go get some water and get this feed done too. And guys, you don't have to fill the whole brooder up. You don't have to pour the whole bag in there. Just try to coat the bottom. And this stuff goes a long way, and it makes cleanup a breeze. I only had about a quarter of a bag left, but this stuff goes a long way. I've had this stuff for 2 or 3 years. Used it with a lot of different hatchings that we've done over the years. And these little pellets, let me show you what they look like. These things right here are super absorbent. So they spill that water, like I said, it soaks it right up, and it keeps it from making a big mess. And it's also really easy on their feet. And I know some people use like the little fine pine shavings and stuff, and a lot of times that causes problems. It can cause problems. Let me rephrase that. The problem with the pine shavings and like the wood shavings is it's really dusty, and they are in a, you know, sort of a enclosed container. They have the top open, but they get in there and they stir that all up and they breathe it in, and they get that dust and all those little particles down in their lungs, and it can cause infection. So I don't remember where I found this idea from, but we've been using these little pine pellets. It's just horse bedding, I think is the proper name of it on the bag. Let me see. Yeah, it's called equine pelletized pellets. So Tractor Supply carries them here in our area. A bag's like $4 or $5, I think, and they go a long way. So you might try that. Help keep the infections down from your chickens breathing in that pine dust. You know, if you've ever had problems in the past with raising baby chickens, you might give these pellets a try. Alright, so the problem with these heat lamps are you got to be aware of the dangers. These things can cause fires like no other. It has happened several times. So I'm going to try to take a couple of different measures to make sure this thing does not fall and cause any fires. Let's see here. There's a zip tie there. Make sure this bulb's good. Alright guys, so you see how I got the heat lamp on one end of the stock tank, and that is because you don't want all the heat right in the middle or taking up the whole area of the stock tank. You know, if it gets too hot over here, you don't want your babies to get too hot, so they can still get over here if they get too hot and cool off. And you don't want to put your feed and water all the way on the cool side, because if they are cold, you know, they're going to stay by that warmth, and you want them to find your feed and water. So I put it about halfway, just right where the cool and the warm meet. That way they're not, you know, scared to come over here in the cooler area to get the food and water. They're going to be hanging out over here most of the time. So, and you just kind of watch them. If they still don't come over to this area, you can move it closer to the heat. But you don't want it too low to the ground either, because it can burn them and it can hurt them. So, alright guys, we got the brooder done, and now we're just waiting on the baby turkeys to hatch. And don't forget, I also put 6 of the little Banny chicken eggs in there, so hopefully they will hatch this weekend as well. And check out this. We finally got some merchandise, or merch as Kaya puts it. We got some t-shirts and hoodies and stuff. We'll put a link down below if you guys are interested in that. I also got a hat, which I had this custom made, so you can't order that yet. Anyways, I'm gonna get some feeding done before all this rain comes in. Get away from that camera. Alright guys, so in between feeding I just wanted to show you guys this over here. I am over here in our little apple orchard. We have 6 trees, different varieties of apples, and I believe this is a Yellow Delicious or Jonathan, I can't remember, but it is in pretty much full bloom. And I just sprayed this yesterday as well as this one over here. So these are still young trees, but hopefully we'll get a few apples off of them this year. Alright guys, I think I got the rain beat, but I just got a text from Rachel, my wife, and she just texted me and said she heard some peeping coming from the garage. So, is it the baby turkeys hatching or the bannies? We're fixing to go find out. Let's check on these turkeys first and see if the mama's still sitting on these eggs here. Oh, you got double duty now. 2 mamas sitting on 2 clutch of eggs. Or just taking turns maybe. That's okay, that works. Alright Bear, everybody keeps asking, how's Bear, where's Bear? They want to see Bear in the videos. How you been feeling, boy? Huh? Come here. You don't like cameras, do you? No. Bear's been doing excellent. Got his new tick collar on, gave him the Brevecto tablet for the ticks and fleas, and he's glad that the warm weather's here so it don't hurt his joints as bad as the cold weather, which today it's still cold again, so hopefully it's not bothering him, but overall he's doing a lot better. Alright guys, it's the moment of truth. Let's see what this noise is. And it is a baby Spanish turkey. Already hatched a day early. Wow, he's already ready to go to the brooder. Looks like he's almost dry. He must have hatched last night, and I didn't even check first thing this morning. Awesome. Oh look, one of the banny eggs is hatching as well. That's good. Now I'll be able to put one of the baby chickens in with the baby turkeys, and you know, if the turkeys don't figure out how to eat and drink real quickly, usually the chickens do, so they'll mimic the chickens and watch what they're doing, and it kind of teaches them. Oh yeah, that's awesome. I don't see anything from the second egg that's supposed to be hatching, so maybe that one just hatched a little early, and hopefully this one will hatch as well. I don't know, we'll have to see, but I'm glad at least one hatched. That's awesome. Alright guys, you've seen it. One of the babies hatched so far. Hopefully more hatch out of all the other groups that I've put in, but we do know that the turkey at least, or the tom at least did his job, and the eggs were fertile. Some of them anyway. And we got one hatch, so I'll probably wait a little bit to put it out in the brooder. I'm going to see if some of these baby chickens hatch first, and then I'll put them together out in the brooder. And awesome. So I'll keep you guys updated. I'll try to post a video tomorrow, and we'll do an update on these baby turkeys. So I'm really happy that at least one of them hatched. You know, that was my goal, was to at least have a 50% hatch rate, but I'll take whatever we get. So guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to stay updated on these baby turkeys, then click that notification bell and it will tell you when I post a new video. If you're new to the channel, I ask you to please subscribe. And guys, we'll see you on the next video.